Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Keith here from Come On The Hoops Celtic. If this is your first time coming across the channel, please subscribe, thumbs up or a comment below will be really appreciated. We twins on holidays for the next couple of days, so Beardless Keith is here to talk about the channel, talk about Celtic, talk about user views in the comments below as well. Look at second half of the season is about to kick off in 2 days' time. We're still in a rebuild. Just remember that, folks. We're in a rebuild. I'm going to talk about the progress we've made on the Ange, the progress we've made in the last 12 months as a football club. You know, it's been crazy. You know, we're sitting here this time last year saying the title's over. They basically have it. We're miles behind. We're at to come back from the boy. Players are isolating. We had to field out second team to Hibs, second team to Livy, and now we're 6 points behind in the league. A trophy in the cabinet this season. Still in the Scottish Cup. Still have the UEFA Conference League to contest in, and 6 points to go in the league with 3 derby games to go. I'm excited. I'm excited. Yes, it is a rebuild season. If you said to me at the start of the season, would you take the League Cup, the Scottish Cup, and not win the league because it's a rebuild season, considering the shite we had, the shite players that we had, the players that weren't committed to the cause, I would have said, yeah, I'd happily take that. But now I'm starting to look at the realistic aspect of it. Let's fucking go for the league. Why not? Let's just gamble, play his best team as we can. We're at to bring in 3 Japanese recruits in this transfer window. Johnny Kenny's in. I really believe there will be 1 or 2 more in. Ange came out and said they're not talking to anyone at the moment. Doesn't mean that he's finished in the window. Anything can change. You know, we still have players to go out on loan. Shaw's gone out on loan. Irigidi's perhaps Dundee FC bound. I would like to see Montgomery go on loan. I'd like to see Barkas go on loan and sell him in the summer. You know, I'd like to see James McCarthy go on loan. I don't think that will happen because the wages he's on and it's James McCarthy. But Sorrow go out on loan and perhaps come back next season. I've said about Sorrow, I think there's a potential chance there he will get apart as a player, and he just needs that loan mill just to develop and get his discipline right. And the Yeti to be sold, you know, we still need to strengthen the team, no question about it. I still think we need an established left back. I know we played Jovanovic there and Liam Scales after coming in. I have no confidence that Greg Taylor is the answer to left back. Look, he's a good player, but I don't think he is the answer to left back. I still think we need to strengthen that position. We need another centre back in case Julian gets injured again. We're left with Welch, we're left with Starfelt and Vickers. Look, I'm glad Welch is going nowhere. I'm delighted. But the progress we have made on the end, look at the start of the season was rocky. Getting knocked out against Midtjylland in the Champions League qualifiers. We didn't have the team. We had to play Dane Murray, you know, Finch players that never even played in the senior team before. So we were unfortunate. We got beaten by Midtjylland away. Callum McGregor scored a lovely goal. He gave Callum the captaincy as well for the season. I think the derby game summed up a lot. We just didn't take our chances that day. Kyogo should have been playing through the middle, and Ange was 100% and said we should have done that. The opening game against Hearts, I felt we were robbed that day. Referee decisions were poor. You know, we fecked it up against Livy away. We had so many chances, just couldn't convert. Dundee, 1-1 at home, just messed that up. You know, messed it up against Livy at home as well. Giacomacca's penalty, and then St Johnstone. These are basically the punches in the arm, the deadeners that we've received in the first half of the season. But these are the games that we'll look back and say, you know what, we could have got the 3 points, but we learned from them, and we made sure that this half of the season, we have 14 games to go before the international break, European international break, when Scotland play playoffs and stuff like that. It could be potentially 18 games, depends on if we progress in the Scottish Cup. So I said the Scottish FA Cup exactly the same thing, and UEFA Conference League. So we big games coming up. We have obviously Hibs, we have Hearts away, we have Dundee United, we have Rangers on the 2nd of February. You know, these games are going to come thick and fast, and I still believe that we have a core of a squad there that can contest and get through these games and get the wins that we need, these vital wins. Okay, Rangers are going to keep winning. There could be a slip up, a slight chance of a slip up. Teams usually roll over and let a penalty get conceded against them at this rate, but all we have to do is focus on ourselves and then go into these derby games. There's reports tonight that Bobby Madden is going to be the referee for the derby game. I just want to talk about the allocation for the game. I would like to see the allocation brought back. I know a lot of people on the channel were like, fuck them, don't want them near Celtic Park. They've caused hassle in the past, smashing of the toilets, this and that. But look, it's killing the derby. This so-called old firm derby, as they want to call it, even though in my eyes it's not old firm derby. The club want to rebrand as the old firm for money, but in the Celtic supporters' eyes, there is no old firm derby. You know, it'll be 10 years in December, 10 years in at Valentine's Day of that club being liquidated. But regards to the allocation, even give them back 5,000 and they give us an allocation back. I think between the two clubs, we need to get this sorted out. You know, it's killing Scottish football for the big derby that there's only 800 fans or 750 fans for the opposition for the biggest derby in so-called world football. It's embarrassing. It really is. I just think that both clubs need to just get together and just go back to the old allocation days. There will be Celtic fans that are on this, that sit in that section and be like, no, get the fuck, I don't want them back at MIC, because they probably smash up my seat. Not all fans are that bad, to be honest. But I'd like to see it brought back, and I've been talking about it many times on the channel. I know it's easier for me that doesn't have a season ticket holder to judge that opinion, but I miss the days of, you know, of them having their section and then we had the full stand in Ibrox. You know, I miss them days. They were really the exciting days, the away days. Because you look at the derby back at the end of August and there was obviously no fans there, no Celtic fans there. And I felt like saying to the barman, there's no even point putting this on, putting the audio on, because there's no fans there. You're just gonna hear their shite, you know. But let's see what happens. But I'm optimistic. Like, there's talks of Kyogo could be injured. Not confirmed that he's injured. Ange hasn't came out and said he's injured, but he did turn around and said before the winter break that Kyogo needs a rest. You know, he's obviously at the playing in the J League, went straight into the league as well. He hasn't had that, you know, that 2 months off to recuperate. So if he's due a rest, give him the rest. I know there's vital games coming up, but we bring in Maeda, Ideguchi, you know, Atate, let them boys get the experience, you know. I'm looking forward to seeing Ideguchi play with Beaton and McGregor. You know, I'm looking forward to see where Atate will field. Will it be an attacking midfielder, or will it be on the left, or will it be left back? We shall see, you know. And Maeda, he's preferred on the left, but he can play in the middle. And I've watched the goals I've seen him scoring for Yokohama is more central with his head and the pace as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing him. My only concerns is going into this half of the season is James Forrest. Will he be fully fit to go back out there? We have Julian to boost at the squad at the back. Joe Hart has been a leader in them goals. You know, he's been absolutely class. He's, you know, since he came in, a lot of people are still panicky about his feet work, and I can understand that. His footwork is not up to standards. He has got away with a couple of them. You know, even in the semi-final against St. Johnstone, he could have been in the back of the net. But I'm optimistic that we can get through this, and we just have to take every league game as a cup final. I'm sick of saying it on the channel, I really do. But Ange, the way he conducts himself to the media, the way he ensures Celtic fans that, look, there is no excuses. We have a depth of a squad there. Has to be used. We'll bring the youngsters in and let them play. And look, against St. Mirren, it didn't work out. We fucked it up against St. Mirren with our game in hand. But look, there's still 18 games to go. Only 20 games in, 18 games to go in the league. We have a Scottish Cup there, but the 40 million jewel is on the line. If Celtic win this league, we are into the Champions League next season. Paradise, disco lights, Ange, fans, wonderful, absolutely wonderful to think. But you gotta gamble, you gotta believe, and I believe that we can do it. I just think Ange in this 6 months he's been in the job, the way he's changed things on and off the field, as I said, he gives me that insurance watching him press conference. I don't know if you're the same that's watching this. I just have that belief. More press conference he's done. You've seen the press conference, the last one, saying there's probably going to be 20 names linked with the club tomorrow. And he's just honest and blunt. And that's what we didn't have with former managers. You know, they were very scripted. Neil Lennon was very scripted. You know, Rodgers held back. He was held back. I felt like the board controlled him at times. You know, Ronnie was scripted. Tony Mowbray was scripted. Neil Lennon at times, as I said, in the second term was scripted. In his first term, he wasn't scripted. He got many bans. And Gordon Strachan, he wasn't scripted, you know. But I just feel with Ange, we just get this insurance that, you know what, if it goes wrong, he takes the blame for it. You know, he has that belief in the squad. He's the belief in Callum. He has the belief in the leaders. But I still believe a left back, a centre back at the end of this window will be crucial. If we can clear out some dead wood, even some players that need a bit of game time, that need to go on loan and just get the trade. You know, I feel that Mikey Johnson does need a loan move. I still feel with Maeda coming in that can play on the left and Jota coming back from injury, Mikey Johnson is not required at the club. Is not required at this moment of time. Let him go on loan. If Hibs want to take him alone or Aberdeen, just to give him that experience of him, you know, getting more game time and build his confidence, yes. Because as I said many times on this channel, Mikey Johnson is not Celtic calibre. He's like the Wish version of Aidan McGeady. He tries too much with the ball. His head is not in it, and he does have the odd game where he's class, but I haven't seen that in 2 years from Mikey Johnson. 2 years. I know he's been out on the stretcher for a long time, you know what, but I still feel, you know, it's like this hope that he's came through the youth academy and he's just going to flourish and he's going to get better and better. Welch has taken his chance. Welch has come through the youth academy and Welch has been outstanding when he steps in. He has had a few bad games, but Stephen Welch, Ange has made it clear, Stephen Welch is a part of his plans. And I think by looking at one of the last videos I've done with Welch being linked to Udinese in Serie A, and it wasn't 12 million. For the gobshite that said it was 12 million on the comments, it was not 12 million. It was 1.2 they originally went in for, and the selling price was meant to be 1.7. He was never going anywhere. Never going anywhere. So that's my opinion. I think we'll get, if we get through these derbies, if we can get if we can't drop any points going into the 2nd of February, and we get points from them, I'm telling you, this league is coming to us. I know there's 2 games left, one in Ibrox and then one at Celtic Park, but it just has that 2007-8 season feeling. Just has that feeling that we can fucking do it. Julian's a leader. He's coming back. Jota wants this permanent move. Carter Vickers, I don't know where his head is at, but let's just get there. Get Kyogo fully healed, fully ready to go, recharge his batteries, and let's go out there and smash teams. Smash teams. If we have to play dirty football and get 1-0ers, I don't give an absolute fuck once we can do it. And I think once them points are on the board and forget about what they're doing, the only time we should think about them is when we're playing them in the derbies. In the derbies, that's the only time we should think about them. Like, I know for you that are watching that live in Scotland or live up the north, that have to live with Rangers fans around them and say, well, it's very hard to forget about them when they're literally talking shit to you all the time. Just concentrate on us. Let's just get us right. And then, if you can get it right, the league comes our way. If you don't get it right, look we tried. We tried. And I know to Celtic fans that have that belief that we can do the league and trying's not good enough, it's rebuild season at the end of it. And I've been proud of the team over the last 6 months. We were unlucky to get beaten, unlucky to not qualify for the Europa League with 9 points. We won a cup. 1 cup's in, the fans were in, it was electric at Hampden, you know. It's been so much positives about this season, and some people might be smart and say, well, it hasn't been a lot of positives, you know, there's been a lot of slip-ups, but that's football. You go back to my channel in July and August, and I said it clearly. We're not going to win every game. There's going to be bumps and bruises on the way. And if you can't accept losing games or dropping points, please do not support a football club. That's the roller coaster you go through. So I'm ready for it. I'm ready for Monday night. Hibs are not going to be a walkover. Sean Maloney's return to Celtic Park. Martin Boyle will be dying to score against us because he's been linked so many times to Celtic. True or not, he's been linked to us. Nesbitt loves a goal against Celtic. So let's go out there and take Hibs like we're playing one of the best teams going. Because at the end of the day, they weren't a walkover in the cup final. Yes, we got the quick goal and then we got a goal a couple of minutes later, but they were a hard team to graft, and Hibs are always been hard. So subscribe to the channel, let me know what you think, and look, every sub is crucial, and please give them a comment below as well. I'll talk to you all soon. Hell.